Servus everyone! After going through a lot of software for video creation and streaming on Linux, I am going to show you my workflow, my tips and tricks, and what you basically need to get started as well. Chapter 1. Audio. Audacity. Even though there has been wavering favor from the community in recent years, I still enjoy the ease of using it. I even record this audio track on it as well. In Audacity you can record, edit and apply different effects and filters. At the moment I am also experimenting with the inbuilt audio options of DaVinci Resolve. Therefore, let's jump to that. Chapter 2. Video. After trying the completely open source program Shotcut for a while, I have, like I said before, settled on DaVinci Resolve. I think it's the most professional video editing software available on Linux today. It comes in a paid studio variant, but also in a free one, which I am using at the moment. Coming from Vegas, the workflow was a bit different, but the basics of video editing stayed the same. In DaVinci, you add the media on the leftmost tab and then work to the right. I personally completely skip the cut tab because I have not found any benefits in using it instead of edit, at least for my use case. In edit I have different video and audio tracks which I can cut, move and add different effects to. The next tab is Fusion. In it, clips can be given effects in a node-based system. It was quite unusual at the beginning, at least for me, but I got used to it quite fast. Then there is color. It lets you color grade every clip with a lot of options and also copy the settings and so on. In the next tab, Fairlight, you can adjust the audio of your tracks and clips. I personally think it could replace my Audacity workflow, which at the moment consists of noise removal, bass boosting and normalizing. I still have to test it though. Finally, we move to Deliver. Here you can choose how and what to render and export. The free version of DaVinci on Linux doesn't support exporting with common lossless formats like H.264, which means no MP4 for you, and huge files at the end. For the very best video quality that is fine, but if you do not want to upload hundreds of gigabytes of data, then it is time for Chapter 2.1. Codec converters and tools. Codec converters are especially important for use with Resolve, but can also come in handy for other stuff. Most tools use something called FFmpeg in the background, therefore you can use that too. I would only do that if you want to play around in the command line. Way easier are the programs called Shutter Encoder or Handbrake. I personally mostly use Shutter Encoder because adjusting different profiles is a lot nicer there. Handbrake, on the other hand, offers more predefined profiles and is, from my point of view, simpler to use. Another tool that I would like to mention is YT-DLP. That's short for YouTube DLP. I don't want to look up what DLP means, so that's what you get. It allows you to download YouTube videos easily and also supports FFmpeg for instant conversion to other formats. That is nice when DaVinci, for example, again, makes troubles with importing certain things. For example, I often only got video and no audio, so I have to convert that. I use it directly in the CLI, but an example for a GUI version would be Parabolic, link in the description. With that out of the way, let's get to Chapter 3. Streaming. I use OBS for live streaming and screen recording, specifically the Flatpak version. Why? The native version had troubles with hardware encoding and the Flatpak version just works for me. The Flatpak version has a lot of add-ons and extensions already predefined which you can simply select with a mouse click. But I had to add one add-on manually to get an easy setup for my Live 2D model. But before I get to that, one more important point. Chapter 3.1 Audio Mixers. Linux supports many different audio mixers which allow you to separate and connect different audio channels to different internal and external output devices. That might sound difficult and complicated, but it is quite simple. It simply allows you to isolate your Discord calls from your gameplay sound and adjust both separately for your live stream, or add background music and adjust that separately as well. The best equivalent to that would be Voicemeeter on Windows, which I used a lot as well back in the day. On Linux I use Easy Effects and Kala in tandem, depending on my use case. And with that out of the way, to my special program. Chapter 3.2 Live 2D. I use a VTuber model for live streaming. I made it using Live 2D cubism in a bottles bottle. Those will get their own video in the future though, because that would be out of the scope of this video. For face tracking I use a webcam which communicates with OpenCFace. That data is fed into VTube Studio to get my avatar to express myself, and then I grab that again with my aforementioned OBS plugin. Sounds quite complicated, was a bit difficult to set up, and if there's any interest in the whole process, I can make a more in-depth video about it. So please just comment your interest below. The rest of OBS is, from my point of view, just as easy to use as on Windows, and it's mostly the same plugins and programs and procedure. So if you want more infos, I would simply Google it, because there are a lot of videos out there for that. Or I could also make one if there's any interest in it. Conclusion. And that's it. I personally had a few hoplas along the way, but after figuring everything out and setting everything up, it was smooth sailing. And I hope it will be from now on as well. I also hope that I was able to save you from those headaches if you wanna try it as well. Like I said in my Gaming on Linux video, my videos regarding modding on Linux and my big Linux project video are still in the pipeline. So if you're interested in those, subscribe to be notified when I finally got to do them and uploaded them. That's it from me. If you have further questions, just ask them in the comments. I link my aforementioned programs in the descriptions, and yeah. See ya. Bye.